them. Justin and I, a few months ago, did a call with an SEO expert who's getting paid tens of thousands a month and ended up selling his company for a lot. He showed us this tool that does SEO for AI. It's called AEO, GEO. There's a lot of acronyms, but basically how to be found by AI. He showed us this tool he was using and gave us some ideas. And after the call, I went to Atlas on the Mac Studio. And I said, hey, can you build this? And he said, hell yeah. I said, let's do it. So we did. It took about a week of a lot of back and forth. And we built this tool on the Mac Studio called Pulse Check. I could plug in all my websites, all my projects, my properties, and see if they're being mentioned by LLMs and how they were being mentioned. And then also how I could be found a lot better and easier on LLMs. And then Justin and I were talking a few weeks after that. And he said, other people will probably find this useful. I said, you're probably right. So I went to Atlas again and said, should we turn this public facing? Should we let other people use this? He says, hell yeah. And so we turned it into echocheck.app. And I'll show you that real quick. So this is EchoCheck. It was basically a tool built, like I said, for myself. And then I turned it outward so that people could figure out if AI is recommending you and why it doesn't. And right on the front page here, you can plug in your website. I'll do AI4NTP.com, and you can run a free check on it and see how your site's doing. This one's doing actually really well, 70. Good job, Justin. So it tells you just a pretty robust output here. Page speed on mobile needs to be better. AI crawl access is really good. So that's great. We need better FAQs. It looks like we have a lot of video content. It looks like AI can't find it well, doesn't have that schema in there. So we need to update that. So you can get a quick readout on it. I actually didn't know how it worked when we built it. I was like, I don't know. This is black magic to me. And so I started talking to Atlas and saying, hey, how does this work? What are the actual mechanisms? He started telling me, and then we started brainstorming on other ways we could do this. So this tool actually has things that other tools don't. And I'll show you the inside the hood here that can actually help you better your sites, better your visibility in AI. So as you can see, I'm still at F. I have a 27 echo score. But when I started out, once this loads, I was at 0. Oh, no, 8. Looks like 8 over here. And then I started implementing some of the things that it was telling me, and I bumped up my score quite a bit. And the proof is in the pudding. I'll show you what this has turned into. But from this, you can actually see everything about your site, how it's being viewed by AI. You can give it prompts like, what should I use for branded merchandise for my business, which is directly our question for Brand Sauce. How do I set up an online swag store, a company swag store? So you can give it prompts like this so it can go find if AI is talking about you. You can see if you're mentioned by AI. We are not cited yet, but we are mentioned. You can see all your competition, everybody. And this is like literally all of our competitors for Brand Sauce. I didn't realize there were this many. My goodness. You can also see how LLMs see your site. So they don't see images. They don't see JavaScript. They see schema markup and text. So it's kind of like a matrix style view of what your site looks like. And this is actually pretty robust here as well. And as I started implementing this plus programmatic SEO, that was another suggestion from EchoCheck. I'll show you that this is our Google search console. So this Google goes out and finds pages that it can read and actually ingest into its search algorithm. And you have to kind of prompt it with these things, and it has to know what to know about your company. So before March or before May, we had like 26 indexed pages, 24 or 20, very little, right? So Google's like, they're a small company. I started implementing these things. Gray means it's seen by Google, but not ingested into its algorithm yet. Green means it actually is. So we started getting about 2,000, 7,000. Now we're all the way over to 14,530 pages that Google knows about us and will deliver to people who are searching for this stuff. And this is our traffic. I'm not sure what happened here, but you can see before in April, we were getting very little traffic. And now we're over to like this day, it was 671 visitors. Let me refresh real quick and see what. So today, Sunday, 108 visitors already, which is twice as many as we were getting our big days back here. So this is the proof that this AEO, GEO, SEO stuff works. Now, really quick, I want to touch on, so AEO is answer engine optimization. That's it. You put FAQs on your site, and guys will look for those questions that their humans are asking and know what to answer them. So that's really good for AI to find you. GEO is generative engine optimization. That is, if you search in Google, you'll see that AI summary at the top that says, here's what we found based on your question. That's GEO. So it actually is a part of SEO. I know there's a lot of terms, but GEO is really good for search. That's why our search has gone up quite a bit. And so has our AI traffic. So a few months ago, we were getting 0 demos on brand sauce from ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity. And just about a month and a half ago, we had 5 demos booked in a week. In fact, it was all the demos that week. And they all found us through ChatGPT and they all became clients. So I was actually shocked at how fast and how well this stuff worked. And it was all thanks to my very first, honestly, it was a dare to my Atlas King to put this thing together. So check it out, review your site, let me know what you find. Tell me when you have big wins, show me your traffic and all that stuff. I'm excited to hear about it. Back to you.
That's very cool, E, that, we had a conversation with this expert, you took notes, gave it to your agent, and then built more agents that now enable brand sauce to get visibility across the entire internet. And not only is it eyeballs and visibility, but it's also translating into real revenue for your organization. So
I'll throw in one point on the relevancy of this for everyone in the group, and the opportunity here is that everyone across this audience has looked for a service or a product in ChatGPT. And rewind a few years, that wasn't a thing. You were looking at Google, you'd look up, hey, a roofer near me. You're going to ask ChatGPT now. So what Ian's built is enabling you to show up and be basically ChatGPT's choice of recommendation. So I think for everyone in the audience, you can see the value of optimizing for AEO. GEO, I'd say if you're already, you have a company, you're working in marketing, it's very advantageous to start taking efforts to increase your visibility. If you're somebody that's, maybe an entrepreneur and looking for something to do, helping companies implement these things is something that's a brand new category. It's something that didn't exist a couple of years ago. So the opportunity is absolutely there. So I'd say it's highly relevant and very big opportunity right now for everyone.